bracket for the Big West Tournament. The Gauchos last night outran UC Riverside, and Cal State Fullerton got by the top seed UC Irvine to get to this championship game. And we have a matchup of the last two winners of the Big West Tournament. UC Santa Barbara won a couple of years ago, and Cal State Fullerton looking to go back-to-back. Welcome those of you who just saw Kent State wrap up a tournament bid. We're just outside of Las Vegas, Henderson, Nevada, the Big West Tournament Championship. And Miles Norris gets the party started. A three for UC Santa Barbara.
He picks up right where he left off last night. That pick and pop spot up three was the difference maker for the Gauchos last night.
Along with Corey Williams and our ESPN crew, Roxy Bernstein with you. School record 26 wins for UC Santa Barbara this year, as Josh Pierre-Louis called for a foul for the Gauchos. Santa Barbara tied UC Irvine for the Big West Championship. Both teams went 15-5. And the Gauchos have won 6 in a row, while Cal State Fullerton 8 straight wins for Dedrick Taylor's club, the 4th seed in this Big West Tournament. Max Jones penetrates, backs down against A.J. Mitchell. And the rebound grabbed by the Big West Player of the Year. A.J. Mitchell, a monster game last night. Poked away from behind. Here comes Torrey San Antonio ahead of steam. And he glides in to get Cal State Fullerton on the board.
Torrey San Antonio, another huge reason that Fullerton is here in this championship game. He had an unbelievable performance last night.
The Big West Defensive Player of the Year. Miles Norris steps in, tried to bank it, and he was looking around for a call. Didn't get it. Latrell Wrightsell Jr., first team all Big West. 22 last night in their win against the Anteaters. On the drive across the key, rattles out for Jalen Harris, and the rebound hustling. And grabbing it is Vincent Lee, and a foul committed by the Gauchos, and it's on A.J. Mitchell. Joe Pasternak, a couple of years ago, was the Big West Coach of the Year. 6th season at UC Santa Barbara. And he is nearly 80 games over 500 in his 6 years guiding UCSB.
An outstanding job done by Coach Pasternak, turning the program in the right direction, having a lot of success.
Latrell Wrightsell Jr. on the fadeaway over Josh Pierre-Louis and Calvin Wishart. The senior grabs the rebound for UC Santa Barbara. Josh Pierre-Louis from the corner, and the rebound grabbed by Max Jones. Transfer from the University of Tampa, the Division II level, where he averaged over 20 points a game. And his runner too strong, tips it in, and the Titans go on top.
Roxy, this is going to be such a great game because you have guys who have to score guarding guys who have to score. So whoever finds that defensive consistency is going to have a huge advantage tonight.
And a travel called on A.J. Mitchell. Dedrick Taylor last year, 21 wins, and they won the Big West Tournament final. Lost to Duke in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Back-to-back 20-win seasons for Dedrick Taylor and the Titans.
Sensational coach as well, Rox. We talk about how his teams seem to flip the switch this time of the year.
Max Jones, 6 straight for Cal State Fullerton.
Normally, coaches like to hide their scorers defensively to keep them out of foul trouble, but you can't do that in a game like this tonight. Guys have to step up and guard each other. We've got 4 or 5 guys out here that can get 20 pretty easy.
Stutter step, the drive, gliding in. Josh Pierre-Louis left it short. Got to the basket, and Vincent Lee clears for the Titans. Max Jones. And one.
And that's just a big-time move. You get the mismatch against Kelly, the spin cycle, and takes him to the rim. Fullerton, not the biggest team, but so quick. And last night we watched them penetrate again and again and again. They are not going to stop attacking the rim.
8 straight for Cal State Fullerton after Miles Norris hit a 3 to start the game. And subs for UC Santa Barbara, Cole Anderson, 6'4" guard off the bench, as well as Evans Caputo, a 6'8" junior from Kenya. Grayson Carper in for Cal State Fullerton. Along with John Mikey Squares, it's 9-3 Cal State Fullerton. And Max Jones has 7 of the 9. UC Santa Barbara got down 13-2 last night before they rallied. Backdoor, A.J. Mitchell lays it in.
Great vision, but no ball pressure on the passer. A.J. Mitchell doing a great job moving without the ball.
Both semifinal matchups were terrific last night as Latrell Wrightsell Jr. hits his first shot of the night.
This is one of the matchups we're going to be watching. Two guys who absolutely have to come through. A.J. Mitchell already with 1 foul early. He is so valuable to Santa Barbara.
Cole Anderson launching 3.
And just like that, UC Santa Barbara making some plays and tightening up this game. You mentioned the slow start they got off to last night. They're right back in it already.
Latrell Wrightsell Jr., the miss, and the rebound, Cole Anderson. So the Gauchos on the heels of losing 3 in a row. They had a tough sequence with some injuries. And then they've regrouped, and Joe Pasternak has rebuilt the way they play, and they've won 6 in a row against the Titans, who've won 8 straight. Early lead for Cal State Fullerton.
So in your past relationships, you felt controlled?
Exactly. But it's over. I'm never...
Game on.
What makes this time special? Have you ever seen an entire...
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
What makes this time special? Have you ever seen an entire...
This is great. It's like we're driving in the future.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some...
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger. When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the hunt.
Why are you so upset?
You know, I am upset.
Tree's hungry.
We just stopped.
Buckle up!
That says it all right there. This event gets better every year and buzzing with excitement right now.
Champ Week presented by Principal. The Big West final just off the strip. We're in Henderson, just down the way from Las Vegas. 11-8, the early lead for Cal State Fullerton as the Titans last night knocked off UC Irvine, the top seed, while UC Santa Barbara outran UC Riverside to get to this championship game, along with former Arizona standout Corey Williams. Roxy Bernstein with you. We're punching a ticket tonight. Somebody's going dancing.
No question. It's that magical part of the season. You've got no games left on your schedule. You and your teammates got to go out and make extra games.
Early lead for Cal State Fullerton, but A.J. Mitchell is so vital to what UC Santa Barbara does. The Big West Player of the Year was magnificent last night. 28 points, 7 assists, and for the Gauchos, everything seems to revolve around A.J. Mitchell.
It really does. He does a great job taking care of the ball, makes great decisions. His assists, he knows that he attracts a lot of attention, but he always finds guys when they're open, and he knows when to call his own number. That is so rare to see that level of maturity in a young player.
And on the other side, Latrell Wrightsell Jr. for Cal State Fullerton. He was first team all-league this year. There is ranks in the Big West. He had a 22-point performance last night. Last night, the offenses were on display both ways. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit tighter and more defensive-oriented tonight.
It will have to be. When you're talking about guys that can score off the dribble, constantly putting pressure on defenders, somebody's going to get in foul trouble, and that could change the game.
Andre Kelly, who was limited to just 1 point, fouled out last night. And the grad transfer from Cal with the bucket to pull the Gauchos within one.
Yeah, and he's got to be big for the Gauchos. He missed a lot of easy shots last night, but right there he's able to connect.
There's an offensive foul on Max Jones. Lower the shoulder into A.J. Mitchell. And we'll go the other way. A turnover by Cal State Fullerton. The Titans have the best turnover margin in the league.
Right here you're going to see A.J. Mitchell. He's got the one foul already, but he's smart enough to keep his hands out, get the player control foul.
The Gauchos were tested in their quarterfinal matchup as they were down as many as 10 in the first half to Cal Poly. Trailed by 6 at the half, and they took it over in the second half, end up winning by 10. Skip to Miles Norris, who attacks, and it's blocked, and maybe a goaltend that Cal State Fullerton got away with. John Mikey Square came across. Max Jones sets up. Misses a three, and the rebound fighting for it, Torrey San Antonio and Andre Kelly, and it belongs to Cal State Fullerton.
We'll take a look at this second line defense. Square comes over, the ball's up, on the way up. Looks like a good block on the way up. But that's what you want out of your team, especially a team that doesn't have a 7-footer. You need guys to come over and make a second and sometimes even a third effort.
First appearance for Matija Belic, the freshman from Serbia, and he gave the Gauchos a big spark last night. He didn't make a three all season until he made 2 last night. Torrey San Antonio attacks him, gets to the basket, too strong, and the rebound, Andre Kelly rips it down. As Kelly, honorable mention, all Pac-12 performer while playing for the Golden Bears. Here is Andre Kelly. To shoot. A.J. Mitchell weaves his way in, and a reach-in foul. That's on Grayson Carper of Cal State Fullerton. Actually, they called it on Latrell Wrightsell, not Carper. So it was on number 3 and not number 21 in the first against Wrightsell.
Wrightsell out there trying to poke and reach against A.J. Mitchell. That's a heck of a defensive assignment for him.
Here's A.J. Mitchell from deep. In and out on the 3, and the rebound tipped free, and it's grabbed by the Titans and Wrightsell. Step back from Latrell Wrightsell, and the rebound Cole Anderson for UC Santa Barbara. The Gauchos, and last night, 92-87 over Riverside after the Highlanders swept the season series from UC Santa Barbara. But the Gauchos, 57% shooting last night, 19 assists, only 5 turnovers. Cole Anderson, the pull-up inside the arc. And the rebound tip free, last touch by Matija Belic of Santa Barbara. It belongs to Cal State Fullerton. Here's the season series between these two teams, each winning on the road. Cal State Fullerton winning at the Thunderdome just a few weeks ago, 74-60. A.J. Mitchell had only 3 points in that game. And then the first time around at the end of December in the conference opener, UC Santa Barbara beat Cal State Fullerton 66-58. Torrey San Antonio to the basket. And the rebound, ripping it away, is Nathaniel Bastian for the Titans. Shot clock down to 5. Jalen Harris drives and got it.
Harris getting to the rim. He's out front, 25 feet away with 5 seconds to go. And one of the smallest guys on the court gets all the way to the rim.
The first matchup, Cal State Fullerton, a season high 21 turnovers and a foul off the ball. And that's 2 now on Latrell Wrightsell Jr. of Cal State Fullerton.
And that's what we talked about, Roxy. That is huge. When you've got a guy who's got to give you 20, pick up his second foul early in the first half, they are going to have to adjust.
Team foul number 4. Josh Pierre-Louis. Couldn't get it to go, but followed up by Andre Kelly.
Right now, Andre Kelly, the biggest man on the floor for UC Santa Barbara. They should look to go through him offensively, get him started.
On the shot clock. Jalen Harris from deep. And the rebound tipped out to Calvin Wishart, and the Gauchos turn it right back over. 13-12, Cal State Fullerton and UC Santa Barbara in the Big West Championship.
This event gets better every year and buzzing with excitement right now.
Why are you so upset?
You know, I am upset.
I invest in a fund that advances innovations like robotics.
Fresh, warm, hot. Game on.
So...
Game on.
It's just a little tight. Makes me feel husky.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
Note.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the hunt.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
What makes this time special? Have you ever seen an entire...
Sorry, Kenny, we're full. You can ride with them, though.
Brought to you by Principal. When you take care of your team, they take care of business. A lot of people take care of business here in Vegas. 13-12, the Titans leading UC Santa Barbara. The Big West Championship on the line. A year ago, we were in this building, and Cal State Fullerton behind E.J. Anisicki knocked off Long Beach State. And Cal State Fullerton advancing to the NCAA tournament by winning the Big West Tournament Championship. And Anisicki, most valuable player of the 2022 Big West Tournament. And that last sequence, Long Beach State could not get a last shot off. And the Titans hang on. And for the second time under Dedrick Taylor, they go to the NCAA tournament. And E.J. Anisicki courtside. Right now playing in the G League, but coming to cheer on his former team. And Cal State Fullerton, his third stop was at Tennessee prior to Cal State Fullerton. Last year's Big West Tournament MVP. 1-point lead for the Titans. Cal State Fullerton last night, who made 10 for 17 on their threes against UC Irvine. They're 0 for 3 to start this one.
And they shot wide open threes off the penetration and kick. And that's why they shot that good percentage.
Jalen Harris and travel's call. So a walk against Jalen Harris. And second turnover committed by Cal State Fullerton. Titans had to survive an overtime game in the quarterfinals against Hawaii. Last second three in regulation by Noel Coleman of the Rainbow Warriors, forcing overtime. And there's a foul as Josh Pierre-Louis knocked down by Max Jones, and now Jones has two. 2 fouls on Max Jones and 2 on Latrell Wrightsell Jr. for Cal State Fullerton. That's an early problem for Dedrick Taylor as he sends Deshaun Eaton into the game.
They are really going to have to be next man up for Cal State Fullerton because they've got early foul issues from guys who contribute offensively.
Calvin Wishart. Loose ball tipped by Evans Caputo, saved by Wishart, and Caputo had it knocked away, and Jalen Harris secures it. Here comes Cal State Fullerton. Max Jones. And it's traveled. Deshaun Eaton with the walk, goes back to the Gauchos. Cole Anderson back on the floor, and Andre Kelly coming back as well for Joe Pasternak.
And you can see the difference or the lack of offensive identity right now with Cal State Fullerton. Without Latrell on the floor, there's a little more hesitation. Guys aren't willing to step up and make plays. They got a long way to go before he'll be back in the lineup.
And a Titans team, 8 straight wins. They've won 10 of their last 11. So peaking at the right time of the year. Andre Kelly rattles in, and Andre Kelly, that is a terrific sign for UC Santa Barbara.
It certainly is, because he missed his first 4 or 5 shot attempts last night, but able to get going early, and it's always good when you've got the big man as an option.
And a strong finish by Jalen Harris, and Cal State Fullerton reclaims the lead.
Harris not afraid to go right at Kelly.
Max Jones leads Cal State Fullerton with 7. Andre Kelly 6 to pace the Gauchos. A.J. Mitchell to Cole Anderson. Gets the flyby. 3. Second 3 for Cole Anderson.
That's just textbook fundamentals. The pump fake, kept his shoulder square, knocked it down.
Max Jones, the pull-up, rattles in, and we're tied. Jones has 9 of the 17.
Excuse me, Rox. They're going to keep testing Kelly in that ball screen to see what he does defensively. If he stays back, they've got guards that can hit the floater.
Seven to shoot. Miles Norris, the kick. Josh Pierre-Louis spots up, misses the 3, and the rebound falls to Deshaun Eaton for the Titans. Again, the ball screen, which you talked about. Torrey San Antonio gets by Miles Norris and lays it in.
Miles Norris got to give a better effort defensively. San Antonio, a solid player, but to get down and keep him out of the lane, Fullerton does not hide anything. They want to drive to the rim all night.
Miles Norris on the baseline. And the rebound, Vincent Lee has it for the Titans. Vincent Lee had a strong game last night. 15 points, 6 rebounds after he was scoreless in the quarterfinal matchup with Hawaii.
And I was going to say earlier, you have to have a big man that does something on the roll. When you set a screen, you have to be a threat. And Lee became a threat for them on the roll. He got some dunks, and it got them going.
Miles Norris in the corner. Good look at a 3. Second 3 for Norris.
And that's how you make up for the defensive error. You knock down the 3 ball.
Gauchos 4 for 7 from 3. 35% of their threes this year, but overall field goal percentage, UC Santa Barbara is 7th in the country. 49.6% from the floor, and a foul called against Andre Kelly of the Gauchos is second. Gauchos by 1 in a battle of the last 2 Big West Tournament winners.
Norris got to give him better.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
Buckle up! That says it all right there.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the hunt. There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the hunt.
The XFL gets you closer to football than ever before.
Both guys, aloha. That's sail on one.
Game on.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some...
Tonight, it's the event.
This is great. It's like we're driving in the future.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
Game on.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
In March, we move up ladders and into...
What makes this time special? Have you ever seen an entire...
I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Game on.
Cycling was a lifesaver. It really was. It was more than just a new direction.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
Tree's hungry.
We just stopped.
To 19, UC Santa Barbara leading Cal State Fullerton. 7:13 to go first half. Big West Championship. Our principal worth a watch. A.J. Mitchell, the Big West Player of the Year. Just 2 points so far tonight. But he had 24 in the first round, or the quarterfinals against Cal Poly, and 28 last night against UC Riverside to get to this championship game. And interesting, great story, his mom, Fabian, made the trek as A.J. Mitchell hails from Belgium, and Mom flew in for the Big West tournament.
And that's no short trip. I made that flight many a time. So I played in Belgium for about 7 or 8 years. So that is something. Mom coming all this way to show her love across multiple time zones to see her baby boy.
Michelle Wright still back on the floor with his 2 fouls for Cal State Fullerton. Torrey San Antonio finds him. 5 to shoot. He drives. Off 1 foot, the floater in the key by Wrightsell.
And he's made a point of trying to go at A.J. Mitchell and force him to play both ends of the floor.
Miles Norris sets up in the corner. Rattles out the 3, and the rebound, Torrey San Antonio for Cal State Fullerton.
Great execution by the Gauchos right there.
Wrightsell left it short. The rebound, Evans Caputo for the Gauchos. A.J. Mitchell knocked down and 1. Second foul on John Mikey Square of Cal State Fullerton.
A.J. Mitchell uses the ball screen. When he gets the matchup that he likes, he goes to work behind the back and the floater, and that is too much contact from Square.
Mitchell missing the free throw. 82% foul shooter. We've already had 8 lead changes in this Big West final. Jalen Harris turns the corner. Harris is clobbered by Evans Caputo. Jalen Harris will head to the line to shoot 2 for Cal State Fullerton, a 74% foul shooter, the senior from LA. All right, you want your interesting, weird stat of the game?
Okay.
So teams shooting free throws against UC Santa Barbara this year at 76%. That's one of the highest opponent free throw percentages in the country.
And he missed it.
Is that on me?
I got another stat.
Okay.
Players shooting free throws when Roxy mentions their percentage.
No, I didn't. Well, I mentioned him before.
No.
I mentioned what the teams have shot against UC Santa Barbara this year. So you can't put that one on the broadcaster jinx, can you?
No, we can't. You're good.
Rattles in the second, and we have another tie.
Both teams playing very similar offensively. The 4-out, 1-in type, dribble handoff, pick and pop, one big man kind of lurking around in the paint. But you've got, 3 sets of great guards that love to penetrate and can shoot.
Here's Miles Norris.
This may be the first post-up of the night.
And an offensive foul on Norris.
I don't know about that one. I think Harris, with a little bit of acting, he had the mismatch. And a lot of times you'll see the officials give you the first bump for free. So there's your free one. Second one, a little bit of acting. Referee calls the offensive foul.
There's San Antonio cut off in the key. Harris had it knocked away, and a whistle. That's now 2 on Norris.
Harris is really determined to get into the paint and make things happen, whether it's on ball screens or one-on-one.
7-team foul. The Titans now in the bonus. Harris a 1-and-1. 1 for 2 from the line for Jalen Harris. 5 points. Started all 33 games this year for Cal State Fullerton. Now last year's Big West 6th Man of the Year. Moving into a starting role this year, is averaging 9 points a game so far in this tournament. And it spins all the way around, and it goes. One more for Harris. Sunday NBA matchup on ESPN is AD and the Lakers hosting Julius Randle. And the Knicks, our coverage tips, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Knicks right now 5th to East. Lakers are 9th in the West. 4 weeks left in the regular season. Knicks, Lakers, Sunday night.
It's astounding to me how many teams in the NBA are struggling to just be a couple of games over 500.
The whole West, there's a log jam. Andre Kelly. Calvin Wishart finds Cole Anderson. And the rebound, Jalen Harris for the Titans. Low to Vincent Lee. He's doubled. And intercepted. Calvin Wishart tears up the floor. Wishart drives in. Fouled and one. Calvin Wishart.
What a crafty play. They get the live ball steal, and watch this, Rox. Right here, we're talking coast to coast. He fakes as if he's going to cross down the lane and then brings it back, uses his body as a shield. And that's just a great finish. Dives into the defender. Easy call for the refs.
And that was against the Big West Defensive Player of the Year, Torrey San Antonio. Calvin Wishart, 77% foul shooter. Took over as a starter for the Gauchos with the injury to Ajari Sani. As UC Santa Barbara for the last few weeks of the season missing 2 of their top 6 players. And Ajari Sani, who was a longtime starter here. In fact, you played with his dad Jarvis at Arizona. And also Koa Ki Tong, the freshman, was really coming on off the bench for UC Santa Barbara. And there's some optimism they may be able to get Sani back should they advance to next week in the NCAA tournament. On the shot clock. Evans Caputo squares up from the foul line. An unlikely source. He had a career-high 6 points last night.
Yeah, I wasn't in the locker room for Fullerton, but I can guarantee you that's not on the scouting report. Him being good from 16.
And there's a foul committed And checking to see who it's on. 3-point lead, UC Santa Barbara, 3:41 left in the half.
I don't know about you, but
Come on, ref, that's a foul.
Jay?
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
Game on.
In March, we move up ladders and into...
What makes this time special? Have you ever seen an entire...
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
The XFL gets you closer to football than ever before.
Both sides, aloha. That's sail on one.
What makes this time special? Have you ever seen an entire...
Join me for the least athletic event of the year, the Oscars.
Who will triumph?
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
This event gets better every year and the buzzing with excitement right now.
Game on.
This event gets better every year and the buzzing with excitement right now.
Sorry, Kenny, we're full. You can ride with them, though.
Those aren't just any wings. Yeah, they're lemon pepper classic.
Rayshak will pull up and fire. Knock it down!
Oh my goodness, Zion Styles!
Hey, he said we're still here.
Milton drives into the paint, and it goes in! It goes in!
Champ Week wraps up tomorrow. We'll also have the bracket reveal tomorrow. Coming up on the All-State Halftime Report, Jordan Cornette, Tom Crean, Steve Wojciechowski, as Texas pulls away from Kansas to win the Big 12. The ACC Championship, as well as breakdown of this first half. That's all coming up on our Halftime Report. The legend of the Thunderdome, that's Jerry Pym. Longtime UC Santa Barbara coach who, what's great about the Pimmer, Corey, is when he coached at UC Santa Barbara, he lived on a boat.
That makes sense. So you see sitting up there by himself, taking in the game, got some elbow room.
And Jerry is a regular around UC Santa Barbara games, works on ESPN Plus and the home broadcast with Max Kelton there at the Thunderdome. And Jerry also, he's at practice almost every day. Just comes in. He and Joe Pasternak are very close. And they have really connected since day one. Foul was on Evans Caputo, by the way, his second. Vincent Lee missing the front end of a 1-and-1. But the Pimmers around. Ben Howland is back in Santa Barbara these days. He's going to most of Joe's practices as well.
That's a lot of coaches.
Those are some good brains to pick.
Yep.
Josh Pierre-Louis weaving his way in.
And he's a player that needs to get it going for the Gauchos.
How about Matija Belic? You can see the confidence in him, Corey, after the big night he had last night. He was looking for his right there.
Yeah, you get these opportunities early in the game. Coach puts you out there, you got to produce.
Jalen Harris open, air balls a three. Largest lead for UC Santa Barbara as the Gauchos on a 7-0 run.
And this is not the shooting we saw out of Fullerton last night. They were on fire, knocking down those penetration kicks.
The challenge of playing your third game in 3 days.
Absolutely.
And plus they had an overtime game in the quarters. Calvin Wishart on the fadeaway. And the weak side, Andre Kelly is there for the Gauchos. Kelly blocked and a foul. Vincent Lee got him on the arm. And Andre Kelly will head to the line with 2:31 left in the half. Two shots for Kelly. As Andre Kelly rolls the first one in, a 59%er. Coming up, Champ Week tomorrow, the SEC Championship. 1 Eastern, the top 2 seeds, Buzz Williams and Texas A&M taking on Alabama. And then the AAC, the American Championship. Houston and Memphis also the top 2 seeds. As Penny Hardaway's team, you wonder what's going on with Marcus Sasser had to leave the game for Houston today with an injury. That would be a horrific loss for Kelvin Sampson in Houston should he be out for any period of time.
Well, they look so tough when you watch them play, the way they commit to defending. So many different weapons they can hit you with at Houston.
Foul on Mattia Belic of the Gauchos. First personal. And Torrey San Antonio, 69% foul shooter to the line. 19 foul, 1-and-1 for Torrey San Antonio. Torrey San Antonio had the big night last night, especially in the first half. And then he got popped in the nose last night. And that's why he's got that bandage across the nose. And he was spilling a decent amount of blood last night on the court after he got hit in the nose.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But, you know, he hung in there. He came back, made some plays in the second half. But you're right. Got hit with an elbow and just really playing a great game. Still finished strong, but he's a guy that can explode. We saw what he can do. It's a question of does he knock down some shots tonight?
17 last night for San Antonio, and the bulk of the damage that he did on the score sheet, not his nose, in the first half.
Yeah.
But he did get popped in the nose in the first half, too. A.J. Mitchell into the lane. And there's the foul on San Antonio. And that's 2 on Torrey San Antonio. And A.J. Mitchell will shoot a 1-and-1. Mitchell 0 for 1 from the line. 4 points for A.J. Mitchell, along with 4 assists already. And a 1-and-1 for the Gauchos point guard, with UC Santa Barbara up 4. One more for A.J. Mitchell. Like you and I had the feeling we were talking before the game, we're headed for a close game the way these two teams are playing. And this has been the theme for Cal State Fullerton recently. The Titans, 12 of their last 16 games have been decided by 6 points or less.
And they're a team that it's very difficult for them to take a run, and they always keep it close. They've got a lot of scorers, and they always commit to defense, so it's hard to build a lead. Right now, the Gauchos up 6.
Jalen Harris on a step-back 3.
And just like that, they cut the lead in half.
Harris has 10.
And that's what they've been able to do all season, make the plays and stay within striking distance.
And a kick committed by Cal State Fullerton. They'll put 20 back up on the shot clock.
Now, Rox, this isn't the best looking shot. The defender's still with you a little bit, but he stumbles. There's the step back. Nothing but net. The Titans finally connecting on a 3. It's been a while.
Here's the three-point numbers tonight. And normally Cal State Fullerton, a good three-point shooting team, 37% on the year. Josh Pierre-Louis thought about driving, trying to attack Wrightsell, who's got 2 fouls.
Pierre-Louis with 0 and Wrightsell with only 4.
And a steal by Wrightsell. Gets to the basket. Falling away, Latrell Wrightsell Jr.
He must have heard me talking about him. Coast to coast on the steal, and just like that, we got a 1-point game. They got to get the ball to A.J. Mitchell, end of possession, make him create something with your Santa Barbara.
Here he goes. Josh Pierre-Louis on the pull-up. And the rebound tipped free. And the Titans can play for the final shot of the half.
I think Coach Dedrick Taylor's going to take a timeout. Yep, he's going to take a timeout and draw something up.
The use it or lose it 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30 as well.
In March, we move up ladders and into.
You excited?
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We
have you covered on Selection Sunday. It all starts at noon. Eastern time, that is, on ESPN with college basketball live to prep the day. At 6, Reese and the guys look at the men's field of 68 as the brackets are announced, followed by bracketology, breakdowns of each region. At 8, the women's field of 68 is revealed with continuing coverage on ESPNU at 9. And at 10, 7 Pacific, even more coverage of both brackets. Everything also streaming live on the ESPN app. And remember, in most places, set your clocks forward an hour tonight.
Not in Arizona.
But you're in Nevada right now.
We don't deal with that foolishness down in Tucson.
Knocked away, Josh Pierre-Louis. And here comes Mattia Belic for the Gauchos. Belic, and a foul call with 3.4 left in the half on John Mikey Square, and that's his 3rd foul.
And that's a huge turn of events. You had the Titans playing for the final shot, maybe trying to get an emotional lift and steal the lead before half. And instead, they turn it over.
And it's a double bonus.
Yeah.
2 shots for Mattia Belic, who is only 4 for 9 from the line this season.
We talk about these games and how a bad stretch of basketball can bury you in a high leverage game. Situation like that, turnover that leads to free throws, they'll still have a chance to create something, but I know Dedrick Taylor and his staff wanted a chance to.
That's a Gaucho ball as Josh Pierre-Louis trying to get the inside position. Last touch by Torrey San Antonio. And then went out of bounds off of the Titans. Cal State Fullerton giving it back to the Gauchos for one last chance. A.J. Mitchell went to the locker room early, by the way.
Tonight, it's the event.
What makes this time special? Have you ever seen an entire
When it's tournament time, we don't go big. We go bigger.
31, UC Santa Barbara with the lead, and with 2 seconds left in the half, Joe Pasternak took his use it or lose it timeout with the ball underneath. And A.J. Mitchell went to the locker room early. It appeared he just had a cut he was going to get attended to. And the Gauchos have the ball. We'll see where they go here in this last sequence.
You've got enough time. Doesn't have to be a catch and shoot. You can get a dribble and a shot.
Ball into Miles Norris. Calvin Wishart from the corner. And it fell short, and it's a 2-point game at the half. UC Santa Barbara up on Cal State Fullerton, 33-31 after 20 minutes. It has been a tight, rugged, physical championship game, which we expected.
We definitely are getting what we thought. Great guard play, but nobody running away with this one right now.
2-point lead for UC Santa Barbara.